120 points lower on the Nifty, 24,220. I mean, you basically, the market basically flatlined, not very much at all through the course. I mean, actually, since, I'll tell you, since about 2 o'clock, nothing. Last 1.5 hours, up and down a few times over in a small range. But basically, you'll end about 100 points lower. And the bulk of the damage, of course, being caused by the IT services stocks. 4 IT stocks contributing to about 60-65% of the sell-off that we've seen. The small cap index ends strongly up. The mid cap index, decent recovery from the lows, and the Nifty micro cap index ends about 2% higher. And I think that's, small mercies in an otherwise sort of down and out kind of a day today. Nigel.
Well, that's right. From the broader markets, actually, let's pull up some intraday charts if that's possible, because you had a few stocks. Sri Renuka Industries towards the end, that stock, pulled back from the lows of the day. Easy Trip as well. The stock has been a big underperformer, but that as well pulled back a goodish bit. We just spoke about Nalco. Well, that one as well did very well in trade. So that stock, did pull back towards the end. But let's talk about the big movers. Pull up Tourism Finance, TFCI. The stock, I think, has seen a correction from 230, 240 to around 115. Today, the stock was up close to around 10%. So Tourism Finance should come up for you. Prudent Corp, we had the management with us. They were sounding very optimistic about business going ahead. The stock goes on with a gain of close to around 17.5%. LG Equipment, well, that stock as well was up more than 10%. Windlass Biotech, that's another stock that's up close to around 11%. The recent listing, Vare Energies, well, that one is up close to around 13%. So big move is what we saw. Newland Laboratories, after the rally that we've seen, it continues to build on to those gains. So good going out there. Voltam Transformers as well, close to 7.5%. PG Electroplast, another one that's moved well, it continues to move up. So a lot of winners, Prashant, from the broader markets. And as we speak, as we wind down trade, there are a lot of shorts, I think, that are covering. There's an expiry-related factor that plays out. That's why the Nifty has recovered 50 points from the low point of the day, and the Nifty Bank has cut its losses by half to 250 points down.
Oh, no, absolutely. And, it's could have been worse, let's put it that way, right? So we go home with a cut of about 100-odd points as we wrap up today's trading session. Just a few more minutes to go, and then we are done for the day. Maybe just a few other stocks. Piramal Pharma ends about 6% higher. Rainbow Hospitals was a big mover. I think about back to highs, I think, for Rainbow. 7-8% up on Rainbow Hospitals. Reddington with a 6.5% it's pulled back so nicely on the last 2-3 days. 158 to 194 in, I think, 3 sessions flat. Tejas Network continues to do very well. So 1344. I mean, the highs were about 1500, so not quite there, but good pullback. KAI Industries had sold off sharply. Low recently was about 3700. Stocks about 40-50 now. That's KAI Industries. Prudent had a fantastic day today. So that did well. We had the management with us as well. Akzo Nobel India, 16%. It was on D Street Chatter with Nimesh earlier. Anantraj Industries was up 7%. DOMS, the stationery company, big move, 8.5%. PG Electroplast, I think we mentioned. Saregama, 5.5%. Interrug Builders, 9% gain. And that's done well since it made it to the market fairly recently. I mean, actually, it's a pretty vibrant screen if you look at the broader market and not just look at what the Nifty really did. It's a wrap on this edition of Closing Bell. Thank you very much for staying with us here. Editors Roundtable coming up next. We'll pick up on all the action in just a bit.